Invite our next guest, who is Sheikh Hamad Lakwi, Hafizullah, who has come all the way from Pakistan to speak to you in the English language. And the Sheikh comes from a family of prominent scholars of Islam within the subcontinent. He himself is a professor, he himself is a scholar of Islam, alhamdulillah, and it is a privilege to have him among us in this place. So please pay attention and benefit from the Sheikh's bayan.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayhi wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم من همزه ونفخه ونفثه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والسابقون الأولون من المهاجرين والأنصار والذين اتبعوهم بإحسان رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه وأعد لهم جنات تجري تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا وذلك الفوز العظيم. The first forerunners in faith among Muhajirin and Ansar, and those who followed them with good conduct or in virtuous life, Allah is pleased with them and they are pleased with Him. And He, the Almighty, has prepared gardens for them beneath which the rivers flow. And they will abide there forever. And that's the great attainment. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. It's great honor for us, and specifically for me, to be here while talking about the companions, great companions of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and especially in the age of confusion. We are living in an age of confusion. As far as the other confusions of the life are concerned, you may say that there is deterioration all over, but the biggest problem of this age is Aqidah. And Aqidah regarding the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Aqidah regarding Tawheed, and Aqidah regarding the status of the companions of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. These all parts of Aqidah are merged into each other. They cannot be had separately. We can't say that I have faith in Allah, but I can doubt in Jannah or in the concept of hell or in Akhirah or whatever it is. Iman actually is a total having so many components. So Iman becomes Iman with all these parts of Iman. And if there is any single part of Iman is missing, the other Iman is not reliable at all. So the Aqidah about companions is such an important thing. So as far as the status of the companions is concerned, I will talk in this short time about the status of the companions regarding Allah's deen and our faith in deen Islam. Look, we all know this basic reality that deen belongs to Allah. Inna deena indallahi al-Islam. Nobody else is authority in deen. Authority, sole authority, is the creator of this world. Inna deena indallahi al-Islam. But look at that deen, how it was communicated to us. Through which? Through whom? It was communicated to us through the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But how that deen reached the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Through Jibreel alayhi salam, one of the most prominent angel. And Allah Almighty says in Quran, Nazala bihi ruhul amin. Who has sent this deen and this Quran down to the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? He is Jibreel and Amin. Look, who is an angel? Angel is a creation which is flawless, which has no ability to make a mistake. And just calling him an angel, that was sufficient to make us understand that there is no flaw and there is no mistake made by him while communicating this deen from Allah to the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That was sufficient. If it is just only, it is said that he was an angel and he is a very prominent angel, Jibreel. But Allah Almighty says, Ruhul Amin. And do you know what does Amin means? Amin is called truthful and honest. Why Allah Almighty gave this title to Jibreel? While he was already an angel, rather a prominent angel. But Allah Almighty says, the truthful and reliable Amin, Jibreel nazala bihi ruhul Amin. That's why we say that it was said that this title was given to Jibreel for only reason that this was deen being communicated from Allah to the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, just to make sure to us that there is no single mistake has been made while communicating this deen. He is Amin, truthful and reliable. Because this was deen, and deen is a matter of case sensitive. You may say case sensitive. So in this sensitive matter of deen, it was not regarded that he was only an angel. He was rather Jibreel Amin, truthful angel, reliable angel. And where did he send this deen down? In Medina, in Mecca, where it was sent down? Nowhere other than the heart of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ala qalbika litakuna min al-munzirin. This deen was sent down and revealed upon the heart of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam became the sole authority of deen. Because initially and basically this deen belongs to Allah Almighty. Now that deen has been communicated to the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's heart. Now what's in our hearts, nobody knows unless we talk or we tell others with our actions or whatever it is. Unless we explain to others, nobody knows what is there in my heart. So the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, that becomes hadith. He's saying his hadith. His actions are hadith. And whatever he just made the Sahaba and his companions learn, that was hadith. The whole of the deen was, you may say, communicated to the companions through the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. in whole of his prophetic life, from start to end. It took 23 years to make that deen learn to the companions of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It took 23 years. So at that time, the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam just asked the Sahaba, have I communicated that deen? Hal ballaghtukum? Has the communication been made? Has it? The whole of the Sahaba, they replied, قَدْ بَلَّغْتَ وَأَدَّيْتَ وَنَصَحْتَ. Yes, you have communicated to us. And all the deen was shifted to the companions of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Look how sensitive the matter of. This is the matter of deen. Deen belongs to Allah. Comes down through Jibreel Amin. Truthful and reliable. And when it reaches to the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you all people know in the history, even his biggest enemies regard the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam as Sadiq and Amin, truthful and reliable. So the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's life was truthful and reliable. And how can you think of the deen is communicated to the next generation, to the next step, and deen belongs to Allah, and He has made this preserved and protected by the reliable and truthful persons, and all the divine traditions chain in the divine tradition of knowledge and divine tradition of deen. All the chain is truthful and reliable. So the next step, how can the next step be a doubtful? Can you doubt at the next step? And that step is Sahaba Kiram, the companions of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If somebody says that anybody, any person among the Sahaba Kiram, among the companions of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if anybody, his iman is doubtful, if somebody says that he has some doubts about what the Sahabi or the companion has in his heart, the people say, and there is the big confusion created in our mind in the name of history. Look, there is a document in the academic world that is called history. Make it clear in your minds what the history actually is. History is not a document to have faith upon. That's a document just to be studied, nothing else. And what the Iman is related to, that is Quran and Sunnah, nothing else. And Sunnah proves with the Holy Prophet ﷺ's actions and the sayings. And if there is a big chain of this divine tradition without any break. And if I say at the moment, being in this place, in the Cambridge, if I say the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, I will have to give you the proof how this divine tradition reached the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Because this is the matter of deen. We can't say nobody is authority in the creatures, in the men. There is nobody authority regarding deen other than the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And who will tell us what the Holy Prophet ﷺ has communicated to the humanity, what the deen actually was, who taught the deen to the humanity, that personality was the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and the further communicators of that deen are all the Sahaba Kiram and the companions. So in this chain of divine tradition, and in this, you may say, in this matter of deen, its compulsority, its compulsory and necessarily it has been proved that the next step is also reliable and truthful, because if the next step is doubtful, if they are Naud billah bin zalik dishonest, or any of them was dishonest, or his personality was doubtful, then it would collapse the building of entire Islam and entire Aqidah. Because all the Aqidah and all the deen relates to Allah Almighty, who communicated through Jibreel to the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and now the relationship of the Holy Prophet ﷺ to all the ummati and all the ummah, that relationship is called deen. If this relationship is cut down anywhere from this chain, then there is no deen left. You may say there are our own traditions left. You may say whatever you are doing, some rituals, you are observing some rituals that could be called your own personal thinking, your own personal traditions of the family or of the territory of the region, but that cannot be called deen. Deen is that deen which is communicated from the Holy Prophet ﷺ through the companions. So if somebody says in the name of history that the history says there was so many doubts in the lives of the companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, if history says, what that means? That would mean that our deen would become doubtful. If the lives of the companions were doubtful, if it is, so the whole deen becomes doubtful. Naud billah bin zalik. So the Allah Almighty, who is the sole responsible of this, of preserving and protecting His deen, He said, just like the Holy Prophets, just like the Jibreel was Ameen, just like the Holy Prophet ﷺ was Sadiq and Ameen, all the companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, their iman, their faith is a standard. فَإِنْ آمَنُوا بِمِثْلِ مَا آمَنْتُمْ بِهِ فَقَدْ اهْتَدَوْا. If you want to go to the way of Hidayat, and if you want to go to the way of Jannah, that's the only standard existed in this world, that is the standard of the iman of the Holy Prophet's companions. So we understand from this the iman and faith relates to Quran and Sunnah, and Quran and Sunnah gives the certificate. Allah Almighty has given the certificate to that community, the whole community. وَالسَّابِقُونَ الْأَوَّلُونَ مِنَ الْمُهَاجِرِينَ وَالْأَنصَارِ وَالَّذِينَ اتَّبَعُوهُم بِإِحْسَانٍ. Not only Muhajirin and Ansar, but all the people till the day of resurrection, all the people in all the regions of the world and all the parts of this earth, if they would follow those people in the way of good conduct, with good conduct, in the virtuous life, whatever the companions live, so they will be rewarded with the same reward, with the same ajr. What's that? Radiyallahu anhum wa radu anhu. This is the certificate from Allah Almighty. And this is the base of Iman. We must have faith in Quran and Sunnah, but not in the history. History is something to learn or to study, not to have faith upon. So if Quran says the Holy Prophet ﷺ's companions are all pleased with Allah and Allah Almighty has pleased with them, and history says that they were quarrelsome people, the history says they just have wrong dealings with each other, whatever the history says, what that would mean? It would mean that history says wrong. History is wrong. Our faith is not in the history. Our faith is in Quran and Sunnah. And Quran gives the certificate. And if somebody says, and the historian, history is a very open field, and and you can become yourself a historian as well. At the moment, you can write whatever you want to. And after 50, 30, 40, 60 years, people will believe that is historical fact. So there is no specific criterion to judge what is actually history is and what is not. So whatever has been written regarding companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ in the name of history, that is not reliable. The whole community of the companions is reliable. They are truthful due to the reason that they are the responsible of that divine tradition. So that responsibility makes them and proves them that they were reliable and truthful. The Holy Prophet ﷺ just assigned this duty, the same duty which was assigned to Jibreel from Allah Almighty, and the duty was assigned to the Holy Prophet ﷺ from Allah Almighty. Ya ayyuhar Rasul, balligh ma unzila ilayka min rabbik, fa in lam taf'al fama ballaghta risalatah. The same duty was assigned to the companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ by the Holy Prophet ﷺ himself. فَلْيُبَلِّغِ الشَّاهِدُ الْغَائِبَ. So the same duty for deen was assigned to the companions. So that duty and that responsibility in this chain of divine tradition, that proves that the Sahaba Ikram and all the companions of the Holy Prophet, whole community, this is the Aqidah of Ahl Sunnah. As-Sahabatu kulluhum adul. All the companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ are truthful and reliable. And if we don't have this Aqidah, and if we miss them, then it would mean that entire building of this deen would collapse, and our Aqidah means nothing. Our deen means nothing if we don't have faith in the companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ as truthful and reliable. So in this short time, I can be able to just communicate to you this point, and may Allah give us tawfiq to recognize the status of the Sahaba Kiram, and may Allah give us tawfiq to stick to the deen communicated to us through those great companions. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah.